Hey guys, good morning. I decided to make this video, and I'm sorry for the camera right now, but I'm trying to fix this. Okay. I decided to make a video about how gastroparesis affects our children. I know a lot of you may not have children, but a lot of us do have children, and some children are small, and some children are teenagers. But they're all pretty much affected the same way, seeing their parents sick or their health declining, and not being able to really do anything about it. They kind of feel helpless in the situation. A lot of us and a lot of people do not focus on the fact that our children are equally just as affected as we are, facing this illness and having to deal with this illness every single day. Myself, I have 3 children, and they're 21, 15, and 13. And just because they're older, it doesn't affect them any less. It hurts them. It hurts them, and they feel helpless. And I feel helpless because I can't really do anything to protect their feelings in this situation. All I can do is be honest with them and let them know, and have them join in with me on my journey and not keep anything from them. That is like the biggest mistake that most parents make, is that they do not tell their child how severe their illness is, or how fast or they're declining. And that's not good. A child doesn't want to be blindsided with information. They actually want to know the information. So I make sure that my children are, have all the knowledge that they need about this illness. They have researched this illness. They have watched videos with me on other people who have this illness. And, it makes them feel a lot better, knowing that they at least have the education and they have the knowledge of knowing what's going on with their mom. And if I say I'm gonna get a feeding tube, they understand what it is. Or like for me, my next step is getting my stomach removed. They're gonna do a bypass, so they already know. They've researched it with me. They already know the steps that we're gonna take. They already know the risks that we're gonna take, and they feel a lot better about it. I also allow them to for example, my youngest, he's 13, and he actually helps me with my feeds. He helps me change my bags. Like I won't change my bags or anything else until he gets home, which is about 5 o'clock. And he already knows. He comes in, he drops his book bag off, he gets changed into his regular clothes, and he comes and he helps me with my feeds. And I explain to him the rate and how it goes, and it makes him feel a lot better. And I've seen a lot of their sadness leave their eyes, because now they know, okay, this is what's happening, this is what the next step is, and there's a plan. Okay? So we have to be, we have to be mindful of our children's feelings. At the end of the day, yes, we are sick, and yes, we are the ones with the illness, but at the end of the day, we have to be mindful that they see everything, and they may not say everything, but they see everything that's going on, and they don't know what questions to ask. And as their parents, we need to let them know, okay, this is the situation and this is how it is. Now, for the children who are younger, like 3 and 5, then you can make a game out of it in a way, because I do it with my goddaughter. My goddaughter's 2. So when she comes here, she always sees Nina's boo-boo, and she sees me changing my gauze, and I make a game out of it. So what she does is she has her little box of Band-Aids when she comes here, and anytime Nina's about to change her gauze, she puts a Band-Aid next to it. And that makes her feel included, and she feels like she's done something to take care of me. She'll then give me a hug and say, I love you, Nina, and she says, I'll always take care of you. And she does. She takes very good care of me when she's here. And that's something that you guys can do. If you guys have smaller children, play the game with them. If it's, if you can't eat, explain to them, like, mommy can't eat because it gives mommy gas or whatever. And you just make a game out of it, and it'll make them feel better and not feel ashamed or sad or hurt because you can't eat. Like when I wasn't able to eat, and again, my goddaughter, because she's younger, she's 2, I used to take her out and I used to explain, Nina can't eat. And then she'd be like, but why, Nina? And then I would tell her, it gives me really bad gas. And then, I would explain to her, I said, okay, when you pass, when you fart, and she goes, yeah, Nina. And then I go, yeah, well, it hurts, Nina. She goes, ooh, no. So, she's understanding that in a way, this is the reason why I can't do what she's doing, but she's okay with that. And those are things that, as parents, we can do with our children. I know a lot of us feel guilt because we can't spend time with our children or run around with our children or play with our children. What I do with all of my children, including my goddaughter, is I'll play games where I don't have to move from the bed. Okay, it could be a board game from the bed. They love to play video games, so I, allow them to play in the room with me. My husband does it too, and I get to watch them and spend time with them. My goddaughter's the same way. She'll bring all her little toys upstairs, and she'll lay them all next to me, and we'll play. And I don't feel like I'm missing anything, and she doesn't feel like she's missing any time with me, and neither do my children. And that is the best way that you can include your children and make them feel like, they're not missing anything. Like, they don't need to be scared. We as their parents need to carry that for them. They should not be carrying this. And there are times where I feel guilt that my son is helping me with my feeding bag, or my middle son, is helping me to the bathroom because I have to take a shower, or they're helping me get dressed. But these are things that I explain to them are needed to be done so that I can get better, so that I can be their mom again. And, and I explain every detail of the process of the journey, and just explain to them, okay, this is what's going to happen. This is how I'm going to be for a little while, and just be honest. My children have told me countless times that they're thankful that I'm honest with them, because they don't want to be blindsided with how sick I am, and that's what I do. And like I said, we need to be mindful. Our children are deeply affected by how sick we are. They notice that we can't eat, and they don't have the capability of processing the fact that, oh, mommy can't eat. Yes, older kids can, but younger kids cannot. So it's about making it a game for them and making them feel comfortable, and you comfortable enough to make it understand. If the child is old enough where they're on YouTube and get them videos, like, of different, of like the process of the stomach, so that they can understand. There are videos out there for kids to understand the body, and that's things that need to be done. I felt the need to make this video because a lot of people forget the kids, and they also forget the kids go through this. And if it's hard enough for us to go through this, a child that has to go through this or has to watch this is hard. It's very, very hard, and it's not fair to them at all. So we need to be mindful of the things that we do and the things that we say, and how we educate our children in raising awareness and helping us raise awareness, because children are very smart, and sometimes we don't give them enough credit. And if we don't sit and talk to them, they're never going to know what's going on, and they're going to be blind to everything. And that's not what we want, especially in the world that we have today. We need to educate our kids about everything. So I hope this video can help somebody. I hope the tips that I put in there can help somebody, teach their child about gastroparesis, and, how it is affecting us, and how it will affect us if our health keeps declining. And I hope that parents are mindful of their children, especially if you're sick or your child is sick, that, they're smarter than we give them credit for. And just being honest and speaking up about the situation is going to help the situation so much more. So I hope everybody has a great day.